Hi, this is JC Pohl with Teen Truth and Rising Up on the Road, just sitting here with Jared Scott, one of our speakers. One of the things I love about working with Jared is that he is younger. You know, he saw Teen Truth in high school. He's been speaking with us now for about 2 years, and he's only 22 years old. So he's not very far removed from high school and the pressures that students are going through. And one of the things that Jared shares in his assembly program with Teen Truth is he talks a lot about suicide. He's lost some friends to suicide. He came from a town where suicide rate in Midland, Texas is pretty high. So Jared, just share with us your thoughts on, where are teenagers today with regards to suicide? Like, what are they thinking when they kind of hear that word or when they think about that issue in their head?
I mean, I hate to say it, but I feel like a good percentage of the kids all think about it at some point in their life. I'm not going to say everybody has a thought in their life about it at some point, but I think a good percentage of them do. And the bad part is they can't talk about it. As soon as they start talking about it, people, one, look at them different.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking at them different. Now they think they're the crazy person that wants to kill themselves, and their life's not that bad. Why do they want to do that? Well, it's not about how bad your life is, because the person that has all the money in the world has thoughts about suicide at some point in his life. He did, or she did. That's just how it is. We need to treat it like that. That it's more common.
I think that you're making a really good point, is kind of like normalizing it, that every human, probably since the beginning of time, has kind of struggled. Hamlet was famous for saying, to be or not to be. Like, people have been struggling with this for a long time, yet the message that teenagers are getting is that there's something wrong with you if you're thinking that way, or there's kind of a stigma about it. And what I hear you saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, that they don't really have a place to go to talk about it in a safe place. Because the minute they say that,
somebody tells somebody else, and then that gets around to their parents or something. That's what they're scared of most of the time. Kids are scared to say it.
Right, so they're scared of maybe the rumor mill or the message being spread. But one thing that I heard you say earlier too is like that they can't say it to a counselor, or
no, because that'll get turned in.
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden the principal's involved or the Department of Health Services, and
they're like a crazy person, straitjacket type stuff. That's not, so it's scary because it's normal. We all have these thoughts and we've all had these feelings. So why can't we talk about it? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I've always struggled with as a counselor. They train us that if someone comes in our office and one of our clients is discussing suicide and they have a plan, that we've got to kind of review that plan with them and then basically call it in, right, and get them hospitalized and get them help. And it's just too bad that
it makes it worse to me. It almost makes it worse.
It's just too bad that your counselor isn't
not
a place you could go to like just talk about this and process it, and that's really difficult. Well, it sounds like just making sure, I guess maybe to finish this video, what do you think would help kids deal with this issue? Like, we've kind of talked about the limitations, but what would help them get through these thoughts, or what would help them kind of deal with this issue in their daily life?
I honestly feel like everybody has to have some sort of outlet, and you have to make sure that the outlet's positive, not drugs, alcohol, and etc. Because if you don't have an outlet and you have no release, it obviously builds up. And these voices that tell you to do these things are going to be talking to you. You have to learn how to overcome them. And so that's what the problem is with the younger kids. They don't know how to talk them voices down.
So what I hear you saying, it's kind of getting the skills to cope with it. Like, if you're hearing these negative thoughts, if you're hearing these voices, how to kind of push them back and separate yourself.
Like I told you, for me, it was finding a purpose in life, because that's the main reason that most people feel like they want to commit suicide, is because of the lack of purpose. So you have to have a purpose, and that can be whatever it is. Your purpose is your voice. That's what I'm saying. And so that's what you need to be on a journey to find, is your purpose in life. So the coping skills, the connection, the relationships, the purpose in life, these are all things that can help students work through it. And it's obviously what we care about and what we do in our programs, especially in our social emotional curriculum that we have, where we're trying to teach kids the life skills to really start rising up over adversity. But if you want to learn more about Teen Truth or about our efforts to stop suicide and to help students who are dealing with bullying, you can always visit us at teentruth.net, or you can find us on social media on Facebook and LinkedIn and all the other sites. But we just love to help you and support you in any way that we can, and we hope that you found value in this video. You take care. You have a great day.